In the video we did on aerobic energy production, we focused just upon carbohydrates, glucose and glycogen, moving through the various stages of aerobic energy production to create ATP. But carbohydrates aren't the only fuel source that we can use to release energy to resynthesize ATP. We also have fats and proteins. So we're going to talk about fats at the moment. And the great thing about fats is they store a lot more energy. So 1 gram of fat has 9 calories in it, way more than that 1 gram of carbohydrate, which has the 4 calories. The downside being we have a much more complicated module, more carbons, crucially more hydrogens to deal with, and more oxygen molecules, which therefore means we need to bring in a lot more oxygen if we're going to deal with those hydrogen molecules. That therefore means for fats to be used, we must be exercising at a much lower intensity. So we store fats in our body in the form of molecules called triglycerides, and they are stored within the adipose tissue. So our fatty stores beneath the skin and around the muscles. If we're going to mobilize those to use for the production of energy, we go through a process called lipolysis. So lipolysis transforms those stored triglycerides into free fatty acids that can go into the blood and move around to where we need them, and glycerol, another molecule that can go to the liver and be processed there. So those free fatty acids make it to the working muscles where they're needed. They enter the mitochondria. If you remember, that's where the site of aerobic energy production is. And within the mitochondria, fatty acids go through a process called beta oxidation. What beta oxidation does is change those molecules around, much like we see in the breakdown of other sort of substrates, and it essentially transforms that free fatty acid into acetyl coenzyme A. Acetyl coenzyme A can then enter the aerobic energy system within the Krebs cycle, and from that stage on the process is the same. The difference being with a fat we're getting a lot more acetyl coenzyme A to go in because of the more complex molecule structure, and in the end we then end up with a huge amount of adenosine triphosphate. This differs through various different fatty acids. Not all fatty acids are the same, but for example, with glucose, as we saw, we're getting in the region of 38 ATPs. One of the fatty acids, palmitic acids, we're getting in excess of 100 ATPs. So much more energy, but the downside being we have to use more oxygen to do it, which means we must be exercising at a lower intensity.